I wanted to do just a little bit more solving using our triangle angle conjecture. And remember, the angle conjecture simply says that all three angles add up to 180 degrees. So for this first example, you can see I've given you two angles, and then I've given you a missing angle. I'm going to say solve for x. So you could say, well, 80 plus 20, the two I was given, plus 10x plus 20 equals 180 if I add all of those together. Well, let's combine our like terms. 80, 20, and 20 is 120. So I'm going to have 10x plus 120 equals 180. Subtract 120 from both sides. I've got 10x equals 60. Divide both sides by 10. X is equal to 6. Now, in this other example, I gave you none of the angles. I gave you all of them in terms of x. But again, we know that they have to add up to 180. So I can take them and add them together. Sometimes, depending on the way these are written, you might want to use parentheses around the individual. In this case, I don't need to, but there's nothing wrong. And, if you went back and said, well, this angle plus this angle plus this angle, but you don't really need that in this case. All right, I'm going to start by combining my x's. So 2x and 4x is 6x, plus another 4x makes 10x. So I'm going to write 10x down here. And then combining my non-x's, so 10 and 20 makes 30. So plus 30 equals 180. So I'm going to subtract 30 from both sides. So 10x equals 50 equals 150. Divide both sides by 10. X is 15. Now, I didn't say what I wanted in this case. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to think about this problem in two ways. One way the question could be asked is simply solve for x, in which case we're done. But another way the question could be asked is solve for the angles, like fill in the angles. So let's go do that. If I know that x is 15, 2 times 15 is 30. So now I know that angle is 30 degrees. 4 times 15 is 60, plus 10 is 70. Now, at this point, let me make that look more like a 30. At this point, you could just say, I know they add up to 180, so I should be able to easily just figure out the last one. But let's just plug in 15 to this one as well. 4 times 15 is 60, plus 20 is 80 degrees. So be very, very wary of what the question is asking. Is it asking to just simply solve for x, or is it actually asking for what the angle is? Of course, if I did that in this first example, if I said, well, what's 10 times 6 is 60 plus 20 is 80. So that angle is 80 degrees. So just read the question to know what you're being asked to kind of give as your final answer. If this helped you, please like and subscribe, and check out my geometry playlist for more help.